so excited? My God.
It's not. It's not the light.
Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy looking. I don't know if the. No, it's not that. It's the.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. You know. You'll have that on those bigger jobs.
Hmm?
Oh, one viewer. Oh, wait, that's you. My God. I know, that's what I said. Hearts. It doesn't show up on
100.
the. Okay. Okay, you're crazy.
Mhm.
Are you married today?
No.
Oh my God. I tell her not to wear her rings at home because she scratches the shit out of me with them.
Mm-hmm. My finger.
Yeah,
It's not used.
her finger's allergic to being married as well as her soul.
Uh-huh. I mean, they say they don't have.
Well,
I
we
mean,
haven't really been doing anything like
yeah.
just sit around getting everything ready. Everything's pretty much ready. The only thing I have left to do is pay the travel tax, which I can do at the airport in person or I can do here online. I'll probably do it here online just because I'm sure there's some kind of a, some kind of a fee for paying at the airport or something.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's expensive online or in
I don't know, it's
airport.
1,610 or 1,600 something. It's 1,600 something for the travel tax if I pay it online. I don't know what it would be at the airport. It's supposed to be 1,600. It's supposed to be the same, but there's always like 500 peso like express lane fee or something if you do stuff like that. Also, the in-person annual ACR thing or whatever it's supposed to be 310 pesos, but I'm sure since I have to do it at the airport, it's probably going to be more than that.
The
There's probably some
the
convenience
immigration in
fee.
Dipolo didn't message you that your ECR is crazy.
No, I haven't gotten anything from it.
Hey guys from Florida.
Hey, hey, hey.
Good evening. Morning here.
Yeah, good morning. I'm still going to try to fit everything that I need into the carry-on duffel bag and the carry-on personal bag, the backpack. So backpack and a duffel bag. I'm not going to take the suitcase. Just because it's a self-transfer thing to make the plane tickets cheaper. And so I don't want to take the risk of like having to pick up the luggage and transfer to the next flight and like be late or something like that. Because if I miss one of those flights, then there's no guarantee. I just have to pay for another ticket. Like,
I don't know. Yesterday, today, I have a friend that she needs to go back. Flight is today 5 in the morning, and
yeah.
they cancel it. I don't know. It's canceled.
If they do that, then I'm screwed. Because there's no guarantee or whatever.
Maybe that's refundable also because.
No,
Huh?
not with the self travel hack, the self transfer hack thing. Like, it's your responsibility to make it because you don't buy itineraries itinerary for an entire like flight, like back to back to back. You buy individual flights. That's why you have to check or get your bags from claims and then recheck them for each flight because you're buying a separate ticket for each flight. So if you miss one of those flights, your ticket for the next flight is still valid.
Yeah.
And it's a whole separate thing. So it's your responsibility to make it to each flight. So if one of those flights gets canceled, you're totally screwed for all the rest of the flights.
You get the flight that
It's cheap. Yeah, $740 all the way from here to America. Like,
do you know when you're leaving to fly back to you? I'm here in Ohio. Okay.
yeah, and DePolog, I'm leaving DePolog on the 17th. We're gonna leave here and go to DePolog on the 16th. Stay in a hotel, and then my flight is the morning of the 17th. And I will get back to St. Louis on the 18th, which is actually 2 days of traveling, but because of the time difference, it seems like, for the dates it only takes 1 day, but.
But here 2 days.
Ohio's probably pretty cold right now. I don't know, I talked to my mom the other day, and she said where we're from is a little bit warmer than it has been, but still cold.
You should just stay in her house.
Yeah, pretty much. She was saying her electric bill, because my mom used to heat her house with I don't know if you've ever seen them or not, like a cast iron metal, like a wood burning stove with a chimney pipe. She used to burn wood in a stove in her house to heat her house with. And I'm sorry to say, my mom is not the brightest bulb in the box. And having her deal with a fire inside the house and stuff, it made me so nervous. So a few years ago, I bought her a two head mini split system to cool and heat her whole house. So, and I installed it myself and everything. And so in the summertime, she would have, her house be air conditioned and nice and comfortable. But in the wintertime, she can just heat her house with the electric. It's a heat pump. So she could heat her house with electric in the wintertime. I told her the electric bill is going to be a little bit more than what it normally was, but it's a hell of a lot safer to use a mini split for heat rather than build a fire inside your house. And so she was saying that when I called her the other day, her electric bill was like $210. And I'm like, that's not even that much. Like, that's nothing for.
Almost the same here. Oh
no. No, it's a little bit more than what it is here, but she's heating her house with electric, and her bill is $210.
Is your wife able to go back?
No, not for a couple of years.
It's very cold here in Ohio.
If she was from a first world country, she could travel to the U.S. no problem, but just because of where she happened to be born, apparently she's a terrible person because of where she was born, and she's not allowed in our precious United States of America.
Precious.
We keep all that third world trash out of our country. It's ridiculous.
I'm planning trip to Philippines in September 26th.
Well, you'll probably have a pretty good time as long as you stay in the more touristy areas. I mean, that's pretty much what a lot of people. I mean, myself included. The first time I came to the Philippines, I pretty much stayed in the touristy areas. We went to all the beach resorts and did all the things, and it was very fun.
Yeah, just
If you want to experience the real Philippines, just go out to the middle of the jungle somewhere, 2 hours from the nearest city,
I think
and then
I have a wife. Just go back Mexico and walk across the border.
shit. I don't even know if Filipinos are allowed to immigrate to Mexico very quickly. Like I don't know. I wish it was easier to get them a damn like a travel visa, like just to visit, like,
Mm.
but that's almost impossible. What I'm thinking about doing, because the United States of America has no idea that we're married until I provide them a certificate. They
Yeah,
have,
they will. It will show in PSA.
yeah, it'll show in PSA, but the United States doesn't check PSA. So what I could do is, even though we're already married, I could still apply for the fiance visa
No,
and get you there faster.
they tried that. I saw in TikTok. They tried that. They are married here, and they tried to get a fiance visa, but it won't work.
How?
I don't know. They said
Because
that
the
they
United
can.
States has no way to check the PSA records unless they require you to get like a Cinemar and give to them to.
Yeah,
That's probably
yeah.
that's probably
They will
what
get
it
the
is.
Cinemar,
But we have a current Cinemar that says we're not married.
and it will expire. Yes, it's hard to save in Canada. I've watched your videos and
Now I've heard it's very easy for Filipinos
yeah,
to
in
go to
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Very easy. At least to work on a work permit. It's super fast. How fast did that one girl get from Philippines to Canada? Like
4 months.
4 months. It only took 4 months for her
Yeah,
to
it
get
depends.
from here to Canada.
Case to case basis, they said. But I saw in TikTok.
But that's on a
it's
work.
4 months.
That's on a work permit, right?
No, spousal.
A spousal.
Yeah.
4 months.
Spousal.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, either way, it's a lot faster to get to Canada than the U.S.
Yeah. I will show videos and hopefully they report that you're going to miss it.
We'll still post videos once in a while, but I mean, it's obviously not going to be the same.
90-day fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I really don't care about the expensive part. What's expensive to one person might not seem so expensive to another. I mean, the whole visa process for the U.S. for a spousal visa is for the registration and administrative fees is only $1,400, $1,400.
Children.
Well, plus the children or whatever, so maybe 2,000, 2,400. But I mean, that doesn't seem expensive to me for like a permanent, immigrant or whatever. Like to me, it seems like it should be $10,000. Like if you're permanently moving someone from residency in one country to residency in another country, to me it would seem like it should cost a lot of money, $10,000, $15,000, but it doesn't. It's less than $5,000 no matter how you do it.
5,000 here in Canada for the paperwork to get them.
Yeah, 5,000 to me is very cheap for immigrating a human being or three human beings from one country 10,000 miles to the other side of the world to become citizens or residents in another country. Seems very cheap to me, reasonable at least. I mean, I paid more than that. Most people pay more than that for their car. I mean, it's human beings.
How long does it take for your wife to become eligible for your social security? Does she have to live in US a certain amount of time?
3 years, I think.
That's just a tourist visa. What tourist visa? The 5,000?
Yeah, to Canada, I guess. Yeah, but that's if you can get them approved for a tourist visa. The problem with the tourist visa is a lot of times the Philippines will deny it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the U.S. A lot of times it's the Philippines because they don't believe that you'll come back. And they don't necessarily want their citizens to immigrate to other countries. Because then Marcos might lose out on a few pesos. I really don't know about all the Social Security stuff. I'm only 41, so I'm not super keen or up to date on like Social Security, retirement, and all that. All I know is I went on the Social Security site to check for myself before I came to the Philippines to make sure that I had the 40 credits or what, that I have enough credits already right now to never work again and still receive Social Security retirement. It only takes 10 years of working to accumulate that amount of points. 10 years or sometimes even less. I mean, it's really not that big of a thing.
Wonder if you could live in US 6 months, then Philippines 6 months, and that count as a year.
Well, possibly, but here's the issue with that. Everyone always that's the dream, right? That's what everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to spend, you know, 6 or 7 months in America, 5 or 6 months here, and go back and forth. That's what everyone wants to do. The problem is, how the hell do you do that without some sort of, like, if you own an apartment building or something and you have steady income that you don't even have to take care of to earn, then yeah, that's possible. But if you leave a job to come here for months and live on savings and then plan to go back and get another job, then you're just job hunting it twice a year. Eventually people won't want to hire you because you're jumping around so much.
It's expensive to do.
Yeah. That's, I mean, everybody wants to do that. Obviously, like that would be the best of both worlds, but it's really not that possible for most people. Everyone says to work online or this or that. Okay, everyone says that, but number one, who does it? How do they do it? What specific websites do they use, and how much do they earn? They don't share all that information. So either they don't themselves work online, they're just saying for other people to work online, or they have some specific, situation that they fell into that most people wouldn't qualify for. Obviously, anybody can day trade if you have $50,000 to start up. I mean,
I do 3 months at a time. Three in the I my last 2 years I work for myself and mechanic in the oil field. 3 months at a time.
yeah, I mean, I guess,
In the
but that's such a specific thing, like a mechanic in the oil field. Now, when I think of oil field, I've known some guys that have worked in the oil field in Oklahoma and Texas, places like that, and they would work, 3 months, come home for 1 month, go back for 3 months, come home for 1 month, stuff like that. But when they're there, they're working 12, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, and yeah, they're earning a lot of money, but I mean, they're beating themselves half to death, and that's just not something that, I mean, most people are just not willing to just beat themselves to death for 3 months in a row. Like,
Yep. Yep.
and I've contemplated doing that also. I've contemplated starting another construction company like I had before and doing all that. I really don't know how it's all going to shake out. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'd rather just have some stable, $25 an hour job and just go there 8 hours a day and 5 days a week and earn enough to qualify for to bring, them to America and just ride it out that way. But I mean, I don't know.
So, I really wish you do
Yeah, me too.
the best. Okay. Do what's good for your family.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I'm going back in the first place. I discussed with her like it's gonna suck. I already know she's gonna be upset and cry a bunch, and it's gonna be like because when I see other people cry, that's when it makes me try start to cry or whatever. And I would rather just say like see you later and just do private time crying or whatever rather than I don't know. It's going to be rough. I know that. But I discussed with her today. I mean, technically, we don't have to do that. Technically, I could stay here and we earn enough on YouTube to pay the bills. I mean, there's absolutely not a single peso left over after all of the bills are paid and the food for the month is accounted for. There's nothing left. Okay? And so we're basically in a situation like right now, every day we just sit around the house and watch TV or she plays on her phone and we do that all day every day. We can't ever go anywhere. We can't go like the other day I was like, "Oh, we should just go to Pagadi Inn to go to the nice grocery store and eat Dairy Queen." But then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spend 6,000 pesos going there and back and buying all that stuff, and it's just not feasible right now. So I mean, but technically, I mean, when people say like, oh, we could just stay together. I don't care if we live in a cardboard box under a bridge. Well, I mean, how much fun is that really though? I mean,
If
so yeah, I could stay here indefinitely and just earn just enough to pay the bills, or I could go back to America after a year or two, bring all of the her and the kids to America to experience what it's like in America, and in the meantime make enough money to not only pay all the bills, but also be able to like finish the house stuff on the outside, like do things like not just like a bare minimum like cost effective way, but like I can make the outside stuff like a premium or a lot nicer, a lot more expensive. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could put in a swimming pool over here to the side of the parking area. Stuff like that wouldn't happen if I were to just stay here. We would stay together, but I mean, we're just hanging out in the house all day, touching each other's butts, like, which is pretty fun in itself, but I think that there's more things that could be done.
if your plan was to bring them to America, why do you build a house?
It wasn't originally the plan. I've gotten that question a lot. If you're leaving, why did you build the house? That was not me leaving was not the original plan. It was only the plan after I realized like okay, YouTube is doing good enough to pay the bills, but like it kind of sucks just sitting around here all day every day and not being able to afford to finish any of the outside stuff. So me going back to America became the plan. It was not originally the plan.
Have you considered working online remotely?
Didn't we just go through this? Everyone says to work online remotely. What website do I go to? How do I get that position? And how much does it earn? Everyone just spits out the words work online, work remotely. But how? How do you do that when you have no experience in graphic design or coding or anything like that? There's no, I don't know. You teach English online for $7 an hour. Like I don't know.
I completely understand your thoughts. Hello from Jonathan. just getting married.
Yeah, I mean, it does suck, but I mean, I don't know. At the same time, as I get a little bit older, I'm not so much. When I was younger, like in my 20s and even into my 30s, everything was about instant gratification. I want what I want right now, this second. I don't want to wait for anything. Nowadays, I'm like, it really, like 2 years is really not that long of amount of time. It is, but then again, it isn't. I mean, we've been together for 2 years. I mean, that's went by pretty fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really not that terrible of a thing. And we're going to be in a much better situation if I go back and earn, I don't know.
I think if you scaled up your YouTube content, you can make better money. Travel around the Philippines like pro life traveler.
That's true. But where do I get the money to do that? I don't have the money to. I mean, the YouTube right now would have kept growing if I had the money to even, continue the construction on the outside. But I don't have the money to do that.
It goes by fast for you. You're doing it the right way. Go home, make some money, build up bankroll, and go back. You need to go back with 50 grand in the bank so you don't have this problem again.
Ha! I came with 70. I came with 70,000. $50,000 isn't really enough when you spend 34,000 on building a house. I mean, I could have not built this house and just kept, staying in DePolog, and I mean, we could have lasted. It depends on like what the stock market stuff did. Like if it started going good again, like it was before January of last year, then I mean, yeah, I probably could have lived here indefinitely without $50 to make you holla. Well,
Thank you.
yeah, that pays for a DePolog hotel stay and dinner, maybe. Yeah, we appreciate that. But what was I saying? You don't listen to me.
I listen. Snack. Snacks, man.
Snacks. Oh yeah, I could have just kept living here probably indefinitely, but I mean we never would have owned anything. The children would have to deal with the really. I mean I'm telling you, the education system here is garbage. No matter how you look at it, it's horrible. I mean, there like 6 or 7 out of 10 Filipinos graduate college with a degree, and then they still just lay around at home with no money and no job, chewing on some weird chewing things that make their spit red, that has tobacco and chemicals in it, like they're rotting their teeth out of their head, just spitting everywhere. Like they have no job, no aspects or aspirations for the future. Hell, Az's husband Bernie, the one of the ones that I had working on the house, he has a college. What's his college degree in?
I think business.
Business?
Yeah, business.
Yeah, he has a college degree in business administration. But guess what he's doing for a job?
For now.
He's going to try to go join the army.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Why do you spend all the money and go through all the hassle of getting a college degree without any aspirations or plans of using the degree?
There's no.
Has he put in a single resume or application to a job that would utilize his business degree? I don't. It looks great on the inside.
Good evening. What guarantees that your plans in the US will actually work because you're asking her to give up everything? After 2 years, right? To give up everything.
I mean, I spent 40 years in America and made it just fine. I don't know why I would fail now. As a matter of fact, I wasn't going to say anything even to you, but Colby messaged me the other night. And if I wanted to start another construction company again, I already, right now, have a job lined up to add 2 bedrooms onto some people's house. I mean, that's a $75,000 job. So, I mean, if I wanted to, the day I get back, I have a $75,000 job lined up. With, he said there's 5 or 6 people that are constantly asking him to get a hold of me to do this or that, but they don't know. It's previous clients that I've worked for before, but they didn't know that I was not doing construction anymore.
You keep comparing everything to the most powerful and richest country in the world. US lifestyle is going to be hard to match in any country.
That's not true. The US lifestyle is easy to match in a lot of countries. I mean, even in the Philippines, you can match the US lifestyle if you live in certain areas and bring enough money. It's just that if you actually live in America, you style for a lot less money. What's so limited about it? In my life, I have found that opportunities are unlimited. I mean, I've done so many different kind of jobs in my life. Like, I can't even tell you all the things, all the different. Oh my God, I've done so many things. I mean, when COVID hit, I just on a whim decided, hey, we're going to start a construction company. It was me and one other guy. Neither one of us had any money up front. I had like, I had, I had went and gotten a cargo trailer to use as a tool trailer, and that's the only asset that either of us had other than personal tools to start a construction company with. And day one, I posted a Facebook ad with our business card on there, and since day one, we always had work. I don't. What's limited about the opportunities?
I mean, it's called a third world country for a reason, respectfully. The Philippines, not the US. So, I mean, Philippines.
Oh yeah, the Philippines is very limited. Yeah, but that's what I don't understand is like I get that Filipinos like want to try to make their lives better, and they're most of them are very hardworking. They really are. I don't know that they're as driven. They're just not as driven as an American, like personality wise. Like an American with a business degree is going to go out and submit 1,000 resumes to 1,000 different companies in 100 of the nation's largest cities in 2 days. I mean, he's going to have 1,000 resumes floating around all of these different Fortune 500 companies within 2 days. Here, a Filipino gets a business degree and then just kind of relaxes or lays around. Like,
I mean, because Filipino just want to have a degree so that when they want to work, and I don't know whatever work, they have a degree that can work in
right,
that.
but why not get a job in that specific degree?
I mean,
Like people are running
it's
around here with teaching degrees left and right, but they're not teachers.
it's cheaper to get that degree because
Yeah.
we can't afford a
But
degree
he
that.
got a business degree.
Yeah, it's the same in the
Okay, so why doesn't he apply to like San Miguel Corporation or all of these large companies like in Manila or this or Cebu or everywhere.
He tried, but the first he tried every more job, but the first that comes is the army. The the offer like that.
Yeah.
He tried every work that he can find like that, but the army is the one that.
But I mean, what I'm saying is like the driven, like the driven spirit of an American is like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna knock on every door in a large city until I find a job. Like I'm not gonna go home tonight. I'm not gonna sleep in my own bed until I have a job offer. And an American would go and they would find and they would scrape and climb. Like I just don't think Filipino people have that same driven spirit. Like
Never consider himself any problem working or finding work in the US. Sign up for agent.
yeah, ICE agent. There you go.
Bonus. In order to be driven, you have to see opportunities.
I don't think that that's true. In order to be driven, you have to believe that you can make opportunities, that you can build opportunities from nothing. Even in the Philippines, I've seen that person that opened that restaurant, like in Sindangan, like with the Christine's or whatever, with the pictures on the wall. Those people started with a little sorry store, and now they're multimillionaires. Like, I mean, even in the Philippines,
Your husband is vice mayor before.
yeah, it is possible even in the Philippines. Yes, it is.
Seems like most of them are driven to get right driver. Once again, can you
It's not true that it's not possible in the Philippines. I've seen multiple circumstances where people come from nothing here in the Philippines and build something giant.
And logic. If what you say was true, why do you need to go back to America? Huh?
Because I can't produce the same possibilities that a Filipino can produce here.
Can't work.
I'm not young, you know. I'm talking about the 20-year-olds or 22-year-olds that just graduated college. Why are they going back home and laying in a hammock and smoking cigarettes and drinking beer all day? Why aren't they out knocking on, you know, corporate doors in Manila or Cebu, like trying to get a job? That's the part I don't understand. They just doesn't seem like they're driven. They have a college degree in one hand, and in the other hand, they just have a bottle of beer and are sitting like outside of a sorry store somewhere relaxing for 6 weeks. I don't get it.
Learning how to find
It is
work.
true that in the Philippines, possibilities are only concentrated in certain areas, but that's why you go to those areas.
But a lot of American kids do the same things.
That's true. That's true. A lot of them do. And you know what? The ones that act like that deserve to be almost homeless and, you know, on food stamps and shit like that. Because there's no excuse to be absolutely dirt poor in America. There's no excuse.
Interview those young people. This sounds like interesting YouTube content.
I could, but they would get offended and they just wouldn't talk. If I really picked at Bernie and really tried to pick at what the hell he's doing with his life, he would clam up and just not want to say anything.
It's hot outside. We need a cold red horse.
Yeah.
I mean, really trying to get a job because he has.
Yeah, I know, he's trying to get a job, and he's always, if I've offered him work to do for pay, he's always accepted and done it, and he's a good worker. The thing I don't understand is, why the hell would you have a business administration degree from college, and then just decide to go, I give up, I give up on trying to get a job in my degree where I can earn more money and have a better future.
Here-
I'll just go join the
Here
army.
in province, it's either a teacher or
Right. Don't live in the province. If you're a young person that just graduated college, you need to go to Manila or you need to go to Cebu. You just need to. What? What?
I don't know. Maybe they don't want to leave their family.
Then they shouldn't have wasted their time getting a college degree in business administration. They should have gotten a college degree in like
Family, I
art.
mean, family, I mean, us and his kid, child.
Okay. Sometimes that's what a man has to do. Sometimes it's not a choice. You do what you have to do to take care of your family.
Maybe for now he don't.
What's he think's going to happen when he joins the army? He's always going to be together with them always?
That's why. I mean, maybe he's not prepared. I don't know.
Yeah, well.
It's corruption jobs and opportunities are sold. Corruption.
Yeah.
Sold or given to family and friends.
Now that part of it is true. A lot of the more important jobs, if you look at the politicians, okay, so let me give you a quick history lesson because I just watched a documentary on this the other day. Back before the Philippines was colonized by Spain, the Philippines were basically a tribe nation, okay? And each one of those tribes had a leader or a chief, like, you know, basically a barangay captain of that tribe or whatever. And that's how the Filipinos have existed for thousands of years. When the Spanish first came here and colonized, instead of the Spanish putting like Spaniards in charge of all these areas, the Spanish allowed the leading parties to continue to lead their own small region. The Spanish oversaw everything that happened, but they allowed the current chiefs and leaders of those independent little tribes or whatever to remain in leadership positions. And as time went on, when Spain decided to restructure a little bit or whatever, they chose those leadership people as the people to elevate into higher positions. So the people who were already leaders became even higher leaders. And so even today, that system lasts. If you look at Congress and the Senate in the Philippines, how many of those people share last names? Lots and lots of politicians have relatives that are equal politicians.
Proxy
Like,
leadership.
yeah, it's basically, yeah, oligarchy or
When
whatever.
the term is end, when the father his term is end,
It goes to the son.
Yeah.
But the people really do vote for them. It's just that the son is given opportunity to not only write off of their father's name, hey, you know, my father did a good job in the Senate for 30 years, like, vote for me, I'll do the same as my father. Like, and they were raised in politics. They're given, you know, money to hand out to voters and for, you know, publicity and all that stuff.
Dynasty politics. I pays well versus normal jobs in Philippines. My is low in the army. I think stating salary was 31. Yeah, 31,000 for the private. I don't know if the
Yeah. I mean, that's what I make right now off of YouTube, and it's barely enough. But I mean, we live a different kind of life than
yeah, our food is
our food and electric is very expensive.
yeah. That's why corruption is strong. Yes, that's right.
Well, I can't say that it's not exactly the same as in America. You know, we've had political dynasties in America. The Kennedys, like, how many of those people were, you know, state representatives and senators, and, you know, the Bush family, how many, you know, Jeb and George, and I mean, it happens in America too. If your family is in politics, you stand a greater chance to take a political role. I mean, you just do. Because they know people, they know what channels to go through to get things done. They can They know how to campaign and all that. Of course, they stand a good chance. Like,
Maybe not for us because my father is a politician before, but we didn't.
well, your father was not a senator or a congressman. Like,
Barangay captain, I mean, it's still a politician.
a barangay captain is a little different than. But I mean, that political system exists all over the world. It's just the corruption is a whole separate issue here, I believe. Like it's not necessarily that just because the politicians are all family or whatever. Basically, it's also just the nature of the people that lead the Philippines are that if you pay me enough money, I'll let you do what you want to do, even if it's illegal. Like.
Do you still have to pay income tax to America?
Yeah, yeah. As an American citizen, no matter where you are in the world or how long you live there, unless you renounce your American citizenship, you always owe income taxes to America, no matter where you live in the world.
Need term limits to help alleviate and political dynasty.
Well, term limits would just mean that they have more babies faster. That way they have more relatives to choose from. The only way to stop that would just be, if you're a senator, then none of your other relatives can ever be a politician ever again, ever. No relative, right down to fourth cousins, like no relatives. But I mean it's not going to happen. But here's the thing: the people vote for them. It's not a matter of I'm a senator, so I automatically name my son as a senator as well. That's not how it works. I mean, they have an elevated opportunity because their father's a senator, and so not only do they know the right people, but they have the money and the means to publicize and get their name heard by a lot of citizens. But at the end of the day, those citizens still have to vote for that person.
Yeah.
Those citizens could choose to vote for a different person if they wanted to, but it's the Filipino citizens that choose their leaders.
Oh, that sucks. That you will pay income tax. General influence? That's the generation
Yeah.
influence.
That's true.
Maybe even 3-year limit.
Even a 3-year limit. I mean, how many cousins does that senator have? 50? How many cousins do you have? It's fucking a lot.
And for president,
The Philippines has had a woman president before.
Yeah.
And everyone thought she was pretty good.
Aquino and Gloria.
Yeah.
I mean, Gloria is a vice president before then when Arab was impeached, so
Yeah.
she became a president.
But they haven't had a black president yet. We have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the difference with the Philippines, though. Is I think it's against the law for an immigrant or a foreigner to be involved in politics. Like I couldn't use like millions of dollars to run for Senate here in the Philippines. I couldn't be a senator. Like it's against the law.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. So there's no way that the Philippines could ever have a black president.
Even
Like,
if you're a dual citizen, like
yeah, you can't.
yeah, there is one senator here that we said that he's a dual citizen, but still.
But his primary citizenship was probably Philippines, and then he gained dual citizenship in another country.
I don't know, would be corrupt jokes. Maybe.
No, in certain circumstances, I can tell that she'd let stuff slide. I guarantee it. Not necessarily for payment, but if she thought it was the right thing to do, she doesn't care about the law. I could say one word right now, and she would know. Duterte. In certain circumstances, she doesn't care what the law says. If she feels like it's the right thing to do, she'll
Yeah,
break the
if I like
she'll break
if
the
I
law.
like the person, then
No, even like if a person, okay, here's an example. What does the law say the penalty for rape in the Philippines is? Probably like 10 years in prison or something like that. But if somebody came and did that to your mother in her store at night while she was sleeping, you would have no problem with having someone kill that person. You'd feel okay about it, right?
no.
Mm,
No.
if someone raped your mother,
No.
you told me before that if I killed someone, you'd help me hide the body.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, okay, I'm late. What is the topic about?
Just whatever. Just whatever.
I don't know, for barangay president. Oh my god. I don't know, would have her hand in the cookie jar. That.
It's like if somebody pays their taxes, you would go 100 pesos for me and the rest for the government. 100 pesos for me, the rest law.
Now I'm in the politician here. My God, if the person gave 10,000, maybe 800 for them, then 200 will be. My God. Night begins. Alright.
No, there are definitely circumstances where she would look at a situation and not care a damn what the law says and just decide, like, yep, that's the right thing to do. I don't care if it's against the law.
Let's see. For the 30, but other than that. I mean, I say that.
My viewpoint on Duterte is very, very unpopular in the Philippines and amongst the Filipino people, most of them. There are some Filipino people and even some political figures that are of my same viewpoint, but most Filipinos do not think the way that I think.
I don't know, you look so happy because you want me to be a president and I can get. Do you want me to be? My God.
I mean, you could be if you could get enough votes, but the problem
No,
is you don't
no
have
one will
enough.
vote.
You don't have enough money to hand out like that.
Yeah.
And that's true. And
Money.
even in the Philippines, it's illegal for people to give money in exchange for votes. But I've seen it happen.
Yeah. Even if it's illegal, the politics. I mean, the politicians
They'll
will
just
still.
show up to people's houses and give them 500 pesos and say, vote for me.
No, they will give that money to other people, and the other
Oh,
people.
they'll give the barangay captain
Yeah, like that.
50,000 pesos to hand out to
Yeah.
the people.
Hmm. We're in the politics now.
There's a lot more things I could say about the politics here, but I'll wait until I'm safely in the U.S. for some of those. Being way out here in the jungle like I am, even though I stick out like a sore thumb and everybody sees me coming, I've seen a lot of things.
As much as team debate and disagrees with the way Philippines operate law, he should be the barangay captain.
I've asked her that before, and she said I couldn't be.
It's the same in America. We just call it.
I honestly, either one of two things would happen. Okay, check this out. I honestly, when I first started noticing all the problems with the school systems and all that, I asked her honestly, like, could I run and be a barangay captain? I know that it's not legal for me to be involved in like senators and congressmen and stuff like that. But at the barangay level, could I run and be the barangay captain? And she said no. If I were the barangay captain, I would make an example out of my area that I was in charge of. It would have one of the best schools in the Philippines. The laws would be followed to the T, and one of two things would happen. Either it would be the best province in the Philippines, or I would be assassinated almost immediately because people didn't want to live that way.
Maybe you said before that maybe me could be a barangay captain, but you
And then
will,
me
yeah.
run the show, but tell her the things to do.
Yeah.
We also kind of thought about that as well. I'm
Alright.
just afraid that the people here are so set in their ways that they wouldn't have any interest in living the way that people should live. I mean,
Yeah. Careful what you say. Vloggers getting arrested now. All jokes aside, nothing better run for office in the USA.
I don't have any I don't have any ambition to be a political figure in the U.S. because I would try to get things done and it would be blocked at every turn and it would just piss me off and I would drive my car straight through the Capitol building. I mean, it would be so infuriating trying to help the people in your district and just being blocked at every turn.
They better have an RPG defense.
Well, hell, RPGs don't matter when they have up armored SUVs.
What would you say is the biggest difference between a Philippine woman and an American woman in your experience?
The bickering, the bickering and the nagging. I'm telling you, I don't care what you could have the sweetest Oklahoma country grown girl that you can possibly imagine, and she's still gonna nag or bitch at you at least sometimes. Just me. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just that little mosquito sound in your ear that irritates the shit out of you all day, every day. Filipino women, I don't have that. She never demands for me to do anything. She never really even asks me to do anything. She never complains about almost anything, ever. Like, I don't have that little irritating mosquito sound in my ear. That's the biggest difference.
Maybe another, because the,
Maybe once you move to
yeah,
America,
maybe.
then you can learn how to be an annoying
Nah,
mosquito.
maybe not like me because some of girls also like.
Oh, I would weed those out and stop dating them immediately.
But they will not nag you if you're not if you're still dating. Maybe when you get married like that, are you ready to go home to USA?
Not really. I mean, I like to joke it up and be like, oh, it's going to be so nice to eat Sonic and, you know, Golden Corral buffet and all this stuff. But I'm really not that excited to go back. It's just, I feel like it's one of those things that a man has to choose to do in his life that you don't want to do, but you know it's the right thing.
Sorry, my friend. I have an Oklahoma girlfriend. I never had a problem. For now.
Just wait.
Girlfriend.
Just wait until you don't take the trash out for 3 days in a row. And then 3 years later, she's going to bring up, remember the time you didn't take the trash out for 3 effing days?
Give it 5 years, it will start.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Maybe.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're just not that kind of person. I don't.
I don't know, will change and give you a bald head. Oh, just wait.
I I really don't think so because like even the few times where I have seen like an issue starting to brew, and I'm the kind of person like I'm going to come to you face to face and we're going to solve the problem before it becomes a problem. We're gonna solve it. Like I'll look at her and there's been times once or twice where we went a whole day and didn't say a word to each other, and I just stayed in the room and she stayed out here and we just didn't talk to each other. But the very next morning I would come in here and I looked at her and I would say, you know, we have a problem, and when I come back from taking Ezra to school, we're going to talk about it. And the whole conversation is basically me talking at her, begging her to have a reply or a response. But basically, she just ends up sitting there. Because I want to solve the problem, so I need to know how she feels about the issue from her perspective. But she rarely will even give that.
Put all knives away and don't sleep hard. Chom chom.
Yeah. I'm not too afraid of that. She likes that part of my body too much to chop it off.
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling lies? Uh huh.
Ay, chop chop. Maybe chup chup. At least she is laughing.
For now. Wait until the morning of the 17th.
I will try not.
You'll try not to, but you will.
I'm just laughing.
She won't do it. I've told her to smack me before, and even when I tell her to, she won't do it.
Maybe if you will hit me first.
Ow. Spousal abuse.
Mm-hmm. So then she will have a party.
Maybe a pity party.
My party will be in okay okay.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee as soon as I get on the plane and she starts the trip back home, she's gonna stop and buy dried fish. She'll buy a whole fucking bag of dried fish. I guarantee it.
No, but I will not cook here.
Yeah, she won't cook it in here, but
I mean, we can save that.
yeah.
But I don't know if I will like if I will always cook dried fish.
Well, however you guys ate before, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can cook some of the stuff that I've cooked while
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
here, but
Yeah. No more well water.
huh?
No more well
What do you
water.
mean no more?
I
Why
know.
not?
We have lots.
We have lots.
Yeah.
That 3 weeks without rain. See that's the thing about the well that I've discovered is that originally they said that they hit water. It wasn't really a strong flow of water, but they said that they hit water. Well, I showed her how to do it, so she knows how to drain the tank.
Yeah.
But so what I've noticed is the well will get very low, and if we keep using like the showers and stuff, I have ran it completely out of water by taking showers and stuff one time. But since we notice, or since I know where that point is, we, as soon as the well gets down to about half or a little lower than half, we stop taking showers with the shower heads and we start using the buckets again. Um, which is fine because I just heat the water on the stove and I still have hot water. But if we regulate the water to only flush the toilets and just do small amounts of like dishes and stuff like that, we don't ever run out completely of water. So the well actually does refill itself to a certain point. It's just very slow. So once it gets down to a certain level, she knows to stop with the shower heads because the showers use a lot of water. And laundry. We don't do laundry here when the well gets down to a certain point. But if we only use it to flush the toilets and do the dishes, we don't ever run out of water. We went 3 weeks with no rain, and the well was very low the entire time, but we never ran out of water.
Is Luna gonna start a YouTube channel? I don't know.
Well, she already has one. I mean, she can upload to my channel whenever she wants to. My computer will be here, so she'll be able to log into my account and upload videos if she wants to. Whether she knows how or not is another story. I don't know.
What is the most important thing you will miss about your husband? He always makes me laugh. You ever think about saving water from the gutters? It's like a backup.
We literally have pipes from the downspouts dumping into the well. So we save all of the water that falls on the roof goes directly into the well.
Would be a good income source, actually.
It's not a good income source. It's a mediocre at best income source as far as right now, but it's better than, I mean, nothing. And I'll continue, like the YouTube money is hers. Like whenever I get direct deposited from Google or whatever, that money will just get sent to her bank account. Like that's not, I don't need any of the YouTube money. That'll just help them to whatever. I'm still going to pay all the bills here, the electric and the Starlink and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, as far as like groceries for them and stuff like that, the YouTube money will all be used for that kind of stuff for them. But I'll send you extra money also, obviously.
Even
But
if you will not post, upload.
well, if we don't upload regularly, then the money will drop some. But I can tell you from, because I've been on YouTube for like, I don't know, 13 or 14 years or whatever. And I have some of my older videos that still earn quite a bit of views and money. Like some of my old, like, milling lumber with a chainsaw videos. I mean, that video has like over 1 million views. Like,
Mm-hmm. You
so yes, it still will produce money if we just stop uploading videos altogether and never upload another video. Yes, it does continue to earn a little bit of money, but there was times where it would only make like $20 a month, and you'd have to wait 5 months to hit the $100 minimum to get a payment.
yeah.
But if we regularly keep the guys in the loop,
I mean,
I'll do lives and stuff from America and stuff like. I don't know about actual like production videos with the intro and the like story of the day and the outro and
I don't know how
that.
to, if I just post like from my cell phone like that. I don't know.
I'll show you. We'll work on the computer maybe today or tomorrow.
You two should combine this YouTube side job when you're in the US. Continue doing streams together and day-to-day goals each other. Have you spoke to your family after marriage? How do they feel? Excited for your
Well, a lot of them were there.
maybe
Her mom was crying. She couldn't even talk.
maybe he meant your family.
My family, I don't really talk to my family. I don't really have family. I mean, I do, but I don't really talk to them.
Team family. What? Is that team
Nah.
family? Family.
No, I don't know what that is.
I think team family.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we do still plan to do YouTube. It's just for the first little bit, I'm not going to have a computer and I'm not going to have internet access. Where I'm going to be living, there's not even cell signal. There's absolutely no signal out there whatsoever. None. And I can't afford $700 or $800 to get another Starlink up and going out there right as soon as I get back. It's going to take a few months. So eventually I'll have, a computer and the internet out there again. It's going to take a while. So for the first few months at least, it's probably going to be like live videos like this where she can, with her Google account, sign into YouTube, and I can do a multiple person stream from my phone. So it'll be like split screen. I'll be on one side, she'll be on the other, and you'll be able to see both of us at the same time.
It sucks that so much of our lives have to be structured around money.
Yeah, it does suck. And I spent a period of time when I first started my YouTube video of trying everything that I could think of to live in the woods and like not need a bunch of money and stuff like that. It just always comes back to it's a lot easier and you live more comfortably if you just go to work. At the end of the day, you go to work for 8 hours a day, you get home at 4 p.m., you've got 5 or 6 hours before bedtime to do whatever the hell you want every day, and the weekends are free. And you get to you get to sit in a nice recliner with air conditioning and have high speed internet and watch TV and eat good food and be comfortable.
So how are you sending money by Western Union or what?
No, Remitly. I always use Remitly.
Internet, how will you communicate?
We will communicate whenever I happen to go into town or when I go to work or whatever. I'll use my phone like that. And but when I'm at home, there's no way that she can contact me or I can contact her. There's no way. It's not possible.
Use your mom phone.
The only way that I can call that though, you can. There's an app that you can put on your phone that you can call a U.S. number from with an app, but you have to add money to it. So I'll have to use Gcash and put money on there for you.
I see, because you need internet.
But yeah, so my mom has a landline. So she can call the landline from an app on the phone that I use. It's called Talk 360 or something like that.
Yeah, you must live far away from the city.
Yeah, where I'm going to be living is outside of Hartville, Missouri, basically in the woods, and it is a 35-minute drive to the nearest Walmart. So, and the nearest Walmart is in Mountain Grove, which is a town of like maybe 6,000 people. Maybe, yeah, 6 or 8,000 people. So, I mean, I don't have to drive far to get signal. It's just in the specific spot where the house is in a valley, and there's no signal there whatsoever. I can drive maybe 2 miles up the road to the top of the hill, and then I have a little bit of cell signal up there. But yeah, not from home. How is there places in the U.S. with no cell service? There's lots of places in the U.S. with no cell service. Lots and lots and lots. I'll have the GoPro with me and I'll prove it. I mean, I'll sit in the house and she has no signal. I mean, there's tons of places in the U.S. with no cell signal. You just have to go, out a ways. Starlink does work there. Starlink works everywhere in the world. But again, I can't afford $800 to just set up another Starlink device in the U.S. like as soon as I land. Like it's just not possible.
There's a Starlink that you can bring wherever you.
There's a mobile one or whatever, but it's more expensive for the monthly service and all that.
You need some way to keep in touch just in case emergency.
Like I said, there's an app that she can use to call a landline, and plus I'll be going to work every day, so at least once a day we'll be able to contact each other when I get, into an area with cell signal. Which, like I said, is like, just a couple of miles in either direction, and I can get cell signal from out in that area. It's just right where the house specifically is, there's no signal. But 2 miles in either direction and there is signal. So if there was like an emergency, I could just get in my car and drive for 40 seconds and then get cell signal.
If it will work also in far, maybe they will.
And there's lots of times like when she does her work, like her statistical researching work or whatever, she'll go way out in the middle of nowhere. There's no signal 90% of those places. Like,
You need to install Wi-Fi camera so unless new boyfriend don't sneak in. Yeah, he already installed.
trying to.
Yeah.
How do I get? There we go. Right there. There's one showing the inside of the house, and there's one on the outside showing the outside of the house.
You have got the trap and get a job. You need a cell buster. Seems that you have a few things to do to start over again.
Yeah, a few things. I sold my car to a friend of mine, and he's going to let me borrow the car that I sold him, and I probably will end up buying it back from him just because I like the car, and I gave him a pretty good deal on it, so he'll give me the same deal in return. But yeah, I have a 2010 Audi A6, supercharged, all-wheel drive. It's very nice, and so I let him have it for $5,000. So I'll probably just buy that back from him at some point. But even if I don't, he's letting me use it.
Let subscribers help you if they want to.
Well, I do allow it. That's why I put our PayPal account link in the description of every video, along with our Facebook links or whatever. So if people want to talk to us, or if people want to give money or whatever, I have a way to do it without giving Google 30%. Because when you donate using YouTube, YouTube gets 30% right off the top. So if you guys do, I never asked for it, and it doesn't hurt my feelings if people don't. It's totally fine. Just I really don't even like it that much when people do it. But if you're going to give money anyway, try to use the PayPal link in the description of every video. That way, you know, every bit of what you want to come to us actually gets to us, rather than Google getting 30%.
Can she get Western Union? Yeah.
Well, she doesn't need Western Union.
Then you could do short videos on getting set up music after returning.
I probably will. The problem is I'll probably record them with my phone, and they probably won't be like edited that well, because I'm not used to editing videos on a phone. I'm used to using an editing software suite on a very powerful computer. So
Just post in Facebook.
No, I'll do it on YouTube, but it's help. What's wrong?
Vernon.
You can call 911. I don't know what good it'll do, but they have 911 in this area.
Do anyone in her family know how to help her video?
No.
Us, I think.
No, she doesn't. No one in your family knows how to edit videos on the computer.
I think us. No.
Okay, I'll see, but I don't think that she's used to using.
Call it trials.
Yeah.
Why did you take your computer here?
Because when I brought my computer here, it cost me $100 to get it here on the plane with me, and they broke my monitor, and they damaged the tower. The tower's got a big ass dent in the side of the back of it, and it messed up one of the pins in the power supply. So for the first bit, my computer was messing up and randomly crashing, and I had to change the graphics card power supply plug to a different slot on the power supply, and I haven't had a problem since. But I don't want to. Number one, I don't want to pay the $100 to get it back to the U.S. And number two, I don't want to take a chance of it being damaged again. I mean, just the monitor alone is $300. So I mean, it's not, you know.
Just get a cheap laptop easy nowadays.
Yeah, the problem with a cheap laptop, I've had cheap laptops before. When you try to edit videos on a cheap laptop, it's like so stuttery and slow, and then it renders for like 8 hours. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I will get a laptop or a computer, probably a computer, because I can build a very powerful desktop computer for half the price of what the same spec laptop would cost. But
Someone put his computer in the dryer.
in the dryer,
When you broke that, you maybe.
I don't know about the dryer, but I even bought a special, like a special carrying case. I could show
Yeah.
it to you if it was here, but
Yeah.
it's specially made to put a computer tower in one slot, a monitor in another slot, and it has padding in between. It's specially made for carrying desktop computers and traveling with them. But even with that, the monitor that I brought here is just, the screen is shattered, just absolutely shattered. And then the tower, like I said, they dropped it on the corner and dented the metal case in and dislodged something in the power supply. I mean, it was ridiculous. I did take the graphics card out and put in my carry-on in between a bunch of towels and clothes, so at least the weight of the power supply wasn't in the computer while they're bouncing it around. But yeah, I'm not going to attempt to do that again. I'll just wait a few months and then I can build another computer there.
Do you feel any difference being married now? I think I don't know. It's the same. It's just that the
It's the same.
yeah, we're the same. The same.
You probably feel a little bit more secure, I would think, like
I mean, even if
that I'm not just going to take off to America and never come back. Like, I mean, I've given you a house and we're married. Like, of course, like surely you should feel a little more comfortable. Like if we were still in DePolog and we weren't married and we were still living in the rental, and I was like, okay, I have to go back to America now. You would probably be a little bit nervous, like, right?
I don't
Huh?
know.
I guess she thinks that I'm whipped or whatever. So
I think more stable and responsible.
see, that's what I would think also, but she doesn't care.
Mm.
Stop hitting me. I'm gonna put the camera down lower so people can see you pinching and hitting my leg.
I just want to fall back on. To fall back on.
She's pretty independent about stuff. I can't think. Let me try to think. I don't know that there's ever been a single time that you've ever asked me for money.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked me to give you money?
Maybe if before my mother asked me to borrow like that. That's.
But I was here in the Philippines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I was in America, money. And the thing with her mom asked if she could borrow 15,000 pesos to restock her sorry store. And so Alona came to me and asked if I wanted to lend money to her mom, but it was made perfectly clear that if I didn't want to, it was no big deal. I didn't have to. Like it wasn't a thing of like, or what, it wasn't a big deal. And she paid us back about half in cash, and then she gave us this piece of property. That's why I don't mind doing things for her mom all the time. Like her mom will need a ride for something or whatever, and I'll volunteer. You can ask her. I'll volunteer, and I'll go down there. I'll go get rice for her. I'll go get soda for her. Whatever her mother needs, I'm there for it. Because her mother gave us this property. This property, if you viewed it out, okay, this property is 2,686 square meters that was given to us and titled to us. We legally own it with no exchange of money whatsoever. That's why we needed the deed of donation to transfer the title to my, or our name. It's actually in her name, but then I have a lease to me for 50 years. But since we're married now, it doesn't matter anyway. But anyway, the point is 2,686 square meters. Land here in this area is cheap. It goes for about 1,000 pesos per square meter. So that's $26,000 or 26,000 pesos. Is it 26,000 or 260?
For 1,000,
Pull up your calculator. 2686 times 1,000. Yeah. Oh, 2.6 million pesos. So that's what? Okay, so equals, and then divided by 58, $46,000 worth of land. Her mother gave us for free $46,000 worth of land. Anything her mother needs, I'm there for it. So that's.
she gave you property or you are leasing for 50 years?
She gave Alona the property free and clear for forever. Totally free and clear. Alona owns it. Now, I have a lease from Alona for 50 years. So unless I live to be 92, which is not likely, that lease will not run out. Plus, we're married now anyway.
Remember you said leasing maybe a annual. Leasing maybe.
Leasing?
In the,
No, we own the property free and clear. $46,000 worth.
That for 50 years leasing.
From Alona to me, the lease is for 50 years. But there's no money amount. Yeah. It's a lease agreement, contract, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Noticed in quadruple at an attorney.
Yeah, my mother signed. Oh, yeah.
Your mother signed 4 copies, you signed 4 copies, I signed 4 copies.
Mm-hmm. It's not leasing anymore.
I don't know how the community property shakes out or what. I'm not worried about that anyway. Like, I picked this little Filipina girl to take care of me until I die, so I don't have the energy to go out and find another sexy young Filipina. Like, my God.
Oh.
I already have one. I don't.
Okay. American.
If you don't believe me, you should see what's going on down here.
Stop that.
Wait till this is over and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Then he will say, okay, bye. You better believe Alona knows the law.
I don't think you. Do you know what the community
What?
property laws are in the Philippines for married people?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's different because I'm a foreigner. I'm never legally allowed to own land.
Yeah. I saw videos.
So if I own 50% of everything that you own, and you own 50% of everything that I own, how do I have a 50%?
All mine.
Yeah. How do I have a 50% claim on land that I can't ever own? But it doesn't matter anyway, because the way the lease contract is written, no matter what happens to her in her life in the future, the property cannot be sold, cannot be transferred, cannot be anything until the 50-year lease is over. So I control everything that happens on this property. The only clause in the contract is if it's an illegal activity, then the contract can be voided. If it's an illegal activity, okay, like making drugs or something like, or murdering someone or something like that. But other than that, I control everything that happens with this property for the next 50 years. And even though we're married, I still have that valid contract. So I think in the eyes of the law, I still control what happens to this property, even though we're married for the next 50 years. Because the way it's written, no matter what future events occur, the contract takes precedent.
Crazy na. Exactly. Joshua laugh.
One Filipino is crazy enough without having to find a second. My God. That's what he's
Are you
saying.
American?
No, that's what he's saying. He's saying Filipinos are crazy.
Oh, okay.
Ask him.
Hmm. Abogado.
What does that mean?
Lawyer.
Yeah. Well, we had one.
Abogado. Abogado. The lawyer that we want is young.
Yeah, he's young.
I think his father, that my mother's lawyer before, is dead. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And see, that's another one of those situations. His father was a lawyer, so it was easier for him to become a lawyer because they had the money for the school, and
Yeah.
the dad knew all about the bar exam here and
Yeah.
all that.
Yep, he's right. One Filipina is more than crazy enough to make that. I guess.
Told you. I told you.
I guess. Maybe your Filipina is crazy.
Whoa! She said maybe your Filipina is crazy. My God. Don't smack me. You're the one that said it.
No,
I heard you. Don't lie about it now.
I got have not had a chance.
Oh yeah, let's move on. Let's just
Catch
move
a live
on.
lately, but congrats on the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah. What?
I guess.
It's not my fault you had a combative attitude.
Well, she's crazy.
Yeah. There you go.
My God. What's the name of your Filipina? I will message.
I don't want you hanging out with crazy Filipinas. I found like a normal good one. Like I don't want you being influenced by crazy.
You influenced me.
Well, only in dirty ways.
I don't know about that.
Don't pinch my nipple.
My
She's a real nipple pincher all the time. Just, and she gets that look on her face like, don't you? Go ahead, get one. See what your face looks
controls
like.
you. No.
I think she'll be the first to admit there's not many people on the planet that would be able to control me.
But when you are secured, you get the crazy one. Yeah, I know, right?
My God.
He said.
You agreed. That's okay. The other day, out of her own mouth, she said that I'm a genius.
Just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Charles from Rocktown.
South Carolina.
Loco loco. Loco loco. Oh, you know that word, loco loco. Maybe his Filipina say that to him, loco loco. Crazy.
I think loco is like a Spanish word.
Oh,
We all know
Tagalog.
what loco means.
Tagalog, loco loco.
Yeah, but we all know what loco means. It's a very.
Smoking piece.
What have you done?
I guess. Buong maybe. Buang, not buong, buang. Buang. He said buang, crazy. He said this G is. Oh my God. Are you gonna keep the motor?
Yeah, it's gonna be left for her. Even though she doesn't drive it, like there'll be somebody that uses it to drive Ezra to school and drives her to her work things and all that stuff.
Yeah, I watch those. Fun- Yes? Yeah.
Well, because to Americans, getting married seems like a death sentence.
Oh.
It's because American women are horrible.
Mm.
Honestly, after my second divorce in America, I told myself, I said, never again. I never, ever again will make this stupid ass decision. Like, because in America, it makes no sense to get married other than maybe you get some like tax benefits or you can put your spouse on your health care at work or something. But other than financial benefits, like there's absolutely no benefit to the man anyway of getting married to an American woman in America. There's no benefit. So I told myself, and for 8 years, I didn't remarry or do anything really. After my second divorce, 8 years, nothing. I mean, I stood by it. I told myself 100%, I will not get married again. It's the stupidest thing that a man can do in America. Now, once I came to the Philippines, I was like, okay, well, this person is a little bit different, and it means a lot emotionally to her and her family. Her mother wanted us to get married real bad. And so it's a little different in this situation.
Third time a charm. In the West, marriage is for just profit.
Yeah, it makes no sense to get married for a man anyway.
Sell the bike, rent out a room, grow wishes, and be happy until Tim brings back more money. Tim just married the wrong American woman. Yeah, I will plant wishes.
Honestly, I've dated some American women that were decent. They didn't complain a lot. They didn't annoy me every day so much. Filipinas are still better. I don't know what to tell you about it. She literally took a pair of my underwear like a month ago. It had a hole in the crotch or whatever. And she sat there and was like sewing it up or what. And I'm not saying there's not American women that would do that, but I told her 3 times just throw them away. Like I don't. Or she gets my food. Like she does everything. So and I never hear one word about it. And there are American women that would take care of all those housely duties or whatever. There are. But at some point you would hear about it. At some point there would be an argument or something that she would use as ammunition to say, well, I do all of these things, blah blah blah. That never happens with a Filipina, at least with this one. I don't know.
100% agree. Why Elena don't want a Filipino man?
Ask her. Okay, answer that question.
I already experienced Filipino.
Okay, what was your experience? Tell them a little bit more.
I mean, it's like if I will compare the American is very like responsible and sweet. Like I mean, I don't know. I can't really. It's very like it's really like far Filipino man is far from American. Maybe not all. I don't know.
But the ones that you've dated or whatever.
Irresponsible. Ouch. My God. Yeah. I mean, I didn't plan to have a foreigner before, so American, so I don't know. It just happened that. Be honest. Kuripot. Said you're Kuripot. No, I mean Filipino. You mean Filipino? Not.
What?
You mean Kuripot like in when it comes to money.
No, I'm not frugal. Like I don't hoard or hold on to money. Yeah, Filipinos do. Yeah, she's very like I could give her 3,000 pesos, and then 2 months later, like we'll have a package come, and she'll pull out 600 pesos to pay the package. I'm like, where the hell did you get money from? Well, that's still left over from 2 months ago from 5,000 pesos. Like,
Even we get the same that on the same spot. Tattoo, I mean?
yeah, maybe. This is a regret. I don't like it. I got it when I was 18 years old, and a friend of mine did it with a homemade tattoo gun.
Yes, di my God. Filipino save in case they have to leave you, huh? Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, even before I save money, I didn't like,
Filipino men are terrible at saving money.
yeah.
In general, they spend like it's a bottomless pit. They'll make 1,000 pesos for like like some work that they did or whatever. 1,000 pesos. They'll go and get food. They'll go and get beer. They'll go and get cigarettes. And by the time they're done paying for like one day of activities, like one day, they'll spend money that they worked for 5 days, they'll spend in one day and then have nothing again. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, even my family before don't believe me. They don't believe me that I don't have money because they know me that I really keep money.
Yeah. Your brother is pretty good with
Yeah,
money though.
yeah.
So not all Filipino men, but a big portion of them. Her brother is kind of an outlier. I really respect her brother a lot. He always has worked. He always works. He travels far away to do work. He doesn't make a lot of money, but he'll still come home. I mean, I've paid for his plane ticket before, and he came and paid me back, 7,000 pesos. Like, I mean, it's not, her brother is kind of an outlier. He's
Even
good.
if he's in Cagayan now, he still send us like, I don't know, food like that. Reluctance to spend money. Obviously.
Yeah. It means that you don't just decide to go out and buy a new dress and purse just because you want to. Like,
Maybe I will buy, but I will
yeah, but
buy
you spend 4 hours looking at your phone, looking at lives, trying to find reviews, trying to find the cheapest deal.
yeah,
Like,
the cheapest. Yeah. Right arm repair up. I was 15, same as my friends. 15. Yeah, and
yeah, me and my friend in shop class, we took a piece of billet aluminum, like a billet aluminum rod, and we put it on the metal lathe, and we made a tattoo gun out of billet aluminum. And we took a remote control car apart and got the electric motor out of it, and that's what we used to drive the needle. And then we took a piece of MIG welding wire and sharpened the tip of it, and that's what we used as the needle. And then we took apart an old seat cushion and got the foam out of the inside of the seat cushion, and we took some pastel, like crayons, but the pastel ones, and we ground it down into a powder and then added rubbing alcohol and mixed it up, and then soaked that kind of a sponge material, the foam material, in the homemade ink. And then we had a side port in the homemade tattoo gun that we stuck it in, and as the needle drove up and down, it drove through that foam and picked up the ink. And I mean, it's still there. I wish that it was not like a cartoon, basically.
I just arrived back in Philippines and I hello both my living and
Ribeyes and chimichangas.
his birthday. What is it like meeting a Filipino and figuring out if they're playing you or not?
I mean, it's not hard to figure out if they're playing you or not. It's how they act around you. Like, here's the deal: if you first meet them and they jump onto you and won't let you go for like 7 days, and they're constantly like smiling when you're going out to eat and like buying stuff and all that kind of stuff, that's a little bit odd. Like, when I first met her, like, we had been talking online for maybe 2.5 months, and then I came here for vacation, And so when we first met each other, we hugged?
Yeah.
We hugged, and then you held my hand.
Yeah, in
And
the airport.
that was the extent of it. There wasn't like a bunch of crazy stuff happening, and like
Yeah.
it. And she never asked me for money for anything ever. Like I don't know. To me, if the Filipina acts absolutely obsessed with you from day one, that's a little concerning.
Her brother sounds like a good man.
Well, I mean, I haven't known him for a long time, but from what I know about him, he does seem like a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really reasonable.
What I like about her brother most is when he comes back, all of the cousins that are running around, laying around doing nothing, not having jobs and stuff like that, he gets on their ass. And like
Yeah.
if he sees them smoking cigarettes and stuff like that, like Dick Loy, I think he's like punched Dick Loy before for smoking.
Yeah, that's why when Nicholas know that my brother is here, he said I will not
Yeah, he won't
smoke.
smoke around him. Like,
Yeah. Tim will eventually move back and stay in the Philippines or stay in the USA.
nah, absolutely, the goal is always to come back. We'll probably stay in the U.S. long enough for her to become permanent resident. So 3 years. She has to live in the U.S. for 3 years to become permanent resident or whatever. And then after that, we'll just look at our situation. I would like to have like at least one rental property to rent out while we're in the Philippines, so I can earn money in America. We'll put a big piggery down here, earn money here. We'll do YouTube still. That'll bring in a small amount also. I want to be set up in a way that when we decide to come back, that we can live here permanently if we want to, or we can have the option to leave here, have somebody take care of the piggery, and spend 3 or 4 or 6 months in America also if we want to.
Tim, you would be a good in prison.
In prison?
Big dream. Yeah, big dream for us.
But yes, I mean, obviously I'll move back to the Philippines at some point. I built a house here. Like, that's going to be pretty funny to be able to tell people, like, yeah, I own a vacation home in the Philippines.
The one residency.
Yeah, I'm not sure the legal situation on that. I want her to be able to get, like, Social Security and stuff like that.
Drink water.
See, looky here. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. She's reaching for my cup. Well, I've already seen that she's. They want to know if I got sick and got injured or something and couldn't walk, would you take care of me? Well, that didn't sound very reassuring.
And drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
she would. And even Kalai, the
Yeah.
little girl, I asked her one time, I said, when I get old and have to wear diapers, are you going to change my poop? And she said, yeah. She didn't even hesitate. She's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I have 2 Filipinas to take care of me. So if this one gets too old and decrepit, then we have a daughter.
Yeah. Cloudy.
Yeah, it's got a chance of raining today. We'll see. Damn chickens keep eating the cucumbers and
Yeah, my God.
small watermelons
I'm
off the vines.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
I told them today, because we've warned them before about the chickens eating all the cucumbers, and they literally, like any cucumber that's within 3 feet of the ground, the chickens eat them. So I mean, I've said before, like you guys are going to have to do something to keep the chickens on your side. You know,
And the
if you own the chickens, it's your responsibility to keep them on your side. And technically, I own the property that their house is sitting on, so they need to listen to what I say about the chickens. And I told her today, and we need to tell them and reiterate to them. We've told them before, but reiterate to them: if I see a chicken in that garden again, I'm going to kill it. I don't care if I have to squash it with a concrete block, if I have to throw a machete at it. I will get that chicken and I will kill it if I see it in the garden again. Any of them. If I see whatever chickens are in the garden, they're going to be in the oven.
Will you go to church with her?
I have before, but it makes it's so uncomfortable and so boring because I can't understand a single word of what they're saying. And they will not do services in English here. Not here. Not it. You said that, but you went there and they weren't.
Because I don't know what time they will. And also in Sindangan, there is English.
And also she said that church that I went to in Dipolog was air conditioned. And they did have air conditioners around the room, but they did not turn them on. And it was hot as hell in there.
Sounds like the chicken is preparing themselves for the grill.
They are. And I guarantee that's what will happen.
Madam, how many brothers and sisters you have? I just have one brother.
And how many sisters?
We're six. Six. One brother and four sisters. Four sisters, yeah.
So 5 girls and 1 boy in the family.
Yeah.
How many aunts and uncles do you have? Your father had how many siblings?
I can't remember.
10 or 11?
No. One is dead. I think 7.
And
8,
then how many?
8.
Okay, 8. How many siblings were your mom?
10.
10.
Yeah.
So that's 17 or 18 uncles and aunts. Now, how many cousins?
Oh my God.
Hundreds?
I don't know.
First cousins, hundreds.
Team Roosters will bite your valuables.
They'll only do it one time. I guarantee they'll only do it one time.
I'd love to visit one day, just not sure if I'd be safe because I love joking around and maybe people would take it the wrong way. Wouldn't want to disrespect anyone.
No, that people here understand enough. I mean, it's not. I have joked around with the local people in my community before where I could tell that they really didn't understand or get what was going on. They weren't offended, they just didn't understand what I said. Now, in the times that I have joked with them, like about Americans having big dicks and stuff like that, I've made those jokes before, like to Filipinos. They think it's hilarious. Like
maybe in boys, if you will ask that, but in
well,
girls.
I'm not going to go up to a woman and joke about dicks. Like that's not appropriate. But speaking of appropriate, the very first time, I'll tell you guys this quick anecdote. The very first time she brought me to meet her family, when I was here on vacation, we came up to meet her family, her mother and everybody for the first time. The first time I met them. We were all sitting in a big circle in the living room, and her grandmother, her 90-year-old grandmother, was sitting in the corner. And one of her sisters asked her something in Bisaya, and they all started laughing.
My grandmother asked if...
her 90-year-old grandmother asked.
Yeah, because they...
Asked what?
They hear...
Okay, what did they ask?
They asked if you have a big...
A big what?
Like that.
Yeah. Her 90-year-old grandmother asked if I had a big dick.
Yeah, because Filipino know. I mean, they know, or maybe...
Everybody started laughing.
We said that if if you have a foreigner or American, the all of American have a big weenie like that. That's why he asked. She
She,
makes sure that
yeah.
if it's really true.
And what did you say?
I said that it's just big enough for me. I think I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah,
Something to not be embarrassed.
yeah,
But everyone started laughing.
yeah. They said, yeah, that's true. I mean, they said it's really true that the American have a. and, Alona, can you dance and sing? Can you sing a little for us? Oh my
I've heard her sing karaoke before. She won't do it, but she said that when we moved into the house that she would do it on live. She would do karaoke, but she lied about that. She's a big liar.
Liar. I mean, before when I was a high school, I joined them. I mean, I dance. I dance.
Go on her TikTok. She does dancing a lot on TikTok.
Not a lot. Oh,
More than me.
that's a shame. Do you tell her it's not true? I said it's true. The biggest. American, the biggest. Old lady asking such a thing, so did you say no? Say yes. That's why she really laughed.
Yeah. At one point or another, everyone that she knows has asked that question. Like friends and even just acquaintances
Yeah,
ask that
yeah.
question. They all want to know how big my wiener is.
They never make sure that the rumor is true. That's false.
The grandmother remembered her first American boyfriend.
No, she doesn't.
She
What's this? Mint. That's false. Maybe that.
apparently that guy has a small wiener, so he says that that's false.
No, maybe because he asked about the Philippines if it's okay to joke like that.
Yeah, I don't
We
know.
all know Americans are short, but applies it's the truth is.
Americans are short. I don't know. Speak for yourself. I don't know.
Short.
Yeah, I was a little shocked because I always heard like the Philippines is a Catholic country and they're all religious and all this. And then I get here and a 90-year-old woman asks about my wiener size. Like it was a little bit shocking.
I mean, maybe the single lady will not ask that, but they are all married there and have a partner like that. So they are just curious.
Oh, you've had friends and stuff that have asked that question, and
Yeah, but they have a husband.
what does that matter? How does that make their husband feel when they ask that question?
I don't know. It's not
Their
small,
husband's sitting there
just
with a little
tiny.
4-inch thing, feeling bad.
It's not small, just tiny. Kabayo man. Yeah, I mean, Filipino always believe that a American when he like a kabay, like a horse.
Like a horse?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe black Americans. Yeah, it was an experience, that's for sure. The very first time meeting everyone, and then
Yeah, if they
just
will
out in the
go
open in a circle of relatives, everybody's talking about my wiener.
maybe they will not experience that if they will not go to a province like here, like if they will go to
Her
America.
family is a little more like outgoing, joking than a lot of Filipino like I've seen a lot in this area. I've seen a lot of Filipino families sitting around with just downtrodden looks on their faces, just looking mad all the time. I mean, without spilling too many personal details, there have been times where the depth has been an issue. Some pain may have occurred.
Need to know that. My screen is really not.
Yeah. That's one thing that I really didn't expect about coming to the Philippines and having a Filipina. They will really boost your ego. They really make you feel good about themselves because I've never had an American woman climb up the wall because of going too deep or whatever. Like that's never happened to me in America.
Only pain is zipping it up.
Well, you got to push it to the side.
I guess they know what you like.
My God.
It's education.
Yeah, see? You have a teaching degree, so you should be educating.
Ay, that's good.
Hmm. That's her spot. Hey, don't say that. Luckily, they didn't hear you.
Ay, God. I have parcel.
Hey, I'm gonna have to demonetize this live.
How long are you going to stay in the States?
Years. So I'll have to be there while petitioning for her visa and the children's visas. That'll take up to 2 years. So that puts me in America a minimum of 2 years. Then once she comes there, she has to live in America for 3 years to become like a permanent resident. So that puts me in America a minimum of 5 years. Now that's not saying like during vacation times each year I will come back to the Philippines, you know, at least once a year and spend my vacation here. So it's not like I'm deserted in America for 5 years without ever coming back. But as far as residents, we have to live in America, or I'll be in America a minimum of 5 years.
Show kung we're still producing.
Yeah, they've slowed down quite a bit, and the chickens ate about 10 of them. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're still getting the cucumbers.
And also
So
the watermelon.
yeah, we've got one watermelon that's about maybe like that.
Yeah, but I'm scared if maybe
The bugs or chickens will get to it.
yeah.
We've had several watermelons get about this big and then turn black and die.
Yeah.
It's either the chickens are pecking at them or the little green worms are getting to them. I don't know.
2.5 to get green card. 2.5. If Trump don't change it.
Well, Trump will be out of there
Like,
before long anyway. I mean, I'm not really against Trump, and I don't. Trump is only really cracking down on the illegal immigrants. Like, it's never been said anything about the people that are coming in the correct legal, which I agree with. If you don't come to America in the legal way, you have no business being there or profiting from anything America has to offer. Get the hell out.
you worried about the house deteriorating over 6 or 7 years?
No, because someone will live here. I won't leave this house empty for that amount of time.
So do you regret building a house just to go back home?
No, I don't regret it because it gives her and the children a safe, nice place to live. I don't have to I don't have to sit in America like I did before and worry about like, you know, the the air being open, the house being open and like rain and storms and like them not eating the proper amount of food and like I worried about all kinds of things, not having an appropriate like flushing toilet or showers or anything. Now I can go back to America and I can feel proud of the fact that I have provided them a safe and enjoyable place to live while I'm gone.
You're right. Yeah. I'll keep her company while you're gone. Just let me know when you're coming back. Just kidding. I will let I will help her also. Just let me know as well. My God.
Good God, a lot of people are gonna.
Help me. My God.
Like, I mean, had I have known or planned to go back to America and work some more, would I have still built this house? Probably not. But I still would have done something. Like over there at her mom's house, I put an air conditioner and a flushing toilet in one room and kind of blocked that room off and basically like modernized it in itself, that one room. I would have done something similar to that to give them a safe and good place to live. But I probably would not have built this house if I had known or it had been the plan all along to go back. But it just wasn't the plan.
I'm in Cebu and built a house that's taking me forever to finish. Why?
It really doesn't take that long to build a
If
house
you have
here.
money.
As long as you have all the money to do it, I mean, you know, and I did have enough money to finish this whole house. The issue is like the monthly expenses of living, and we were still going places and doing things and buying all of the tools. I didn't really account for buying all the amount of tools and stuff like that. And then also, as the house was being built, I decided to do a few things a lot nicer than what I had originally planned. Like in the bathrooms, the tile was only supposed to be like a Filipino style, like it was only supposed to go like 4 feet up the walls. But I decided, you know what, just tile all the way from the floor to the ceiling, and then the whole room is waterproof. Like, it's much nicer, much better. It's going to be a better finished product if we just go ahead and do a few things a little bit nicer than what I had originally planned to do them. But up until I stopped because I was seeing that the money was getting low. I mean, it only took what 4.5 months to go from bare dirt, nothing, not from start to having a house capable of living inside of in 4.5 months. Now, I estimate all of the finishing stuff on the outside to cost about 5,000 US. Now, as soon as I have the money to start the construction again here in 2, 3 months after being back, it will take maybe about 2 months to finish all of the outside stuff. So that's a house, 94 square meters, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, large living room, large kitchen area, outdoor parking area with a second floor, like observation deck, basically. The well, the outside, everything done in 6 months or less. I mean, it really doesn't take that long to build a house here.
Yeah.
But I was here every day making sure shit was getting done.
Maybe. I don't know if I stay in Cebu or we're building the house. We all a team here. We can
Uh-huh.
help. We love your channel. I watched when you broke ground. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. Praying for you. Yes, I'll wave out the plane window as I pass by you in the air. See, my Filipina is now 63. Been in the USA over 35 years. Have a house in Las Piñas. Enjoy your wife and be happy. That was my mistake. Everybody says I built a mansion instead of a smaller house.
I mean, I don't know how many square meters your house is, but everybody here calls this a mansion. Everybody here says, "Oh, your house is so big." To me, this is the bare minimum size of a comfortable
Flat.
house for a family of 4.
It's just flat.
This is the absolute minimum amount of square meters or square footage that I would suggest that a family of four be comfortable in. So to me, when they say, "Oh, your house is so big," I'm like, "You're smoking crack. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the minimum of what I would build for a family of four." But they're used to piling 6 people into a garden shed, basically. So I can understand why they would think that. Don't be looking at other stuff. What are you doing? You're crazy.
The delivery rider message.
Delivery. What did you order now?
Secret.
Oh, separate.
Secret. You have a secret also, so don't open mine. I didn't open yours.
And my secret is just a simple Valentine's Day gift. It's not.
It's the same.
Okay, well, maybe I'll open it when it gets here.
No.
Don't yell at me. Separate.
Mine is a 3 bungalow house, 2 bathrooms, and the rooms are bigger than I expected them to be.
What's a bungalow?
Like concrete like that.
Smoking weed is illegal in the Philippines. Marijuana will land your ass in prison for like 20 years in the Philippines.
I don't know, ordered husband.
3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms. See, mine's a 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. The 2 kids' bedrooms are 3 meters by 3 meters, so like 10 foot by 10 foot. The bathrooms are 2 meters by 2 meters, so like 7 foot by 7 foot. And then our bedroom is 4 meters by 3 meters, so like 13 feet by like 10 feet or something like that. So they're not large rooms, they're not small rooms either. I made the hallway a full 4 feet wide. And I made the front door and our bedroom door 1.1 meters. So our front door and our bedroom door is like 4 feet wide. Huge doors. But other than that, everything in here is kind of like normal size. Our living room is pretty large, even by American standards. It's, 18 feet by 14 feet or something like that for this side. And the same over there for the kitchen and dining room. Mail order husband.
Your family is full of laughter and debating, which is a good thing. Adana is hilarious. Your house looks because of the long layout and not a 2-story.
Yeah, if it was a 2-story, it would be just this room by itself and then a set of stairs. Like it would be a much smaller footprint. But in the Philippines, in America, it's actually cheaper to build up than it is to build out. But in the Philippines, it's actually cheaper to build a big footprint rather than go multi-story. Yeah, I don't have any, even in America, I don't have any interest in smoking that shit. I don't like it. I don't hang out with people that smoke it. It's not interesting to me at all. Yeah, I'm not into it. That's not my thing. On the same token, though, I don't hang out with a bunch of alcoholics either. So I mean, it's not anything like you're a terrible person. It's just you're not my kind of person, and so we just wouldn't hang out together. I mean, I hang out with some people that maybe they might drink a little bit more than I do, or maybe they smoke weed, and I really just don't know. But as soon as somebody lights that shit up where I can visually see them smoking it, that person is no longer associated with me. I don't deal with it. I don't care if it's legal or not. I just won't hang out with people that do it. It's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. It stinks.
That's what.
Huh?
Smoking?
Smoking marijuana.
Mm. Maybe
Lots of people in
cigarette.
America think it's okay because it is legal in a lot of places there. But at the same time, I just, I don't know. I've never been that impressed with people smoking weed.
Go to Colorado, it's legal.
Yeah, like I already told him, I don't care if it's legal or not. It's just not my thing. I just, I don't hang out with people that do it. And if I see somebody doing it, I leave that area immediately. I don't even want to be around it.
Well, you are a real good. That's why I like no drugs there. No drugs, my God. There's a drug, but yeah, they do that in secret. It's not, yeah, the thing you smoke now.
Yeah, but the thing about the vape is, number one, I can do it inside the house and it doesn't make the house stink like smoke. It actually smells good. It has a good smell to it. It makes my clothes and the area around me smell good. So, I mean, even cigarette smokers. I don't really hang around a bunch of people that smoke cigarettes either. Because if I hang around somebody smoking a cigarette, I want to smoke that cigarette too.
Legal in Canada?
Yeah, I don't care anything about weed. It stinks, it's dirty. I don't want anything to do with it.
Each their own, I understand. People have to respect that.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to your house where you're smoking weed at your own house and kick your door in and beat the shit out of you because you smoke weed. That's not it at all. I don't care what you do. It's just that I'm not going to come over there and play cards. It's just, I mean,
Naive to think no drugs here.
I'm not saying that there's no drugs in the Philippines. I'm saying that it's highly illegal and it will get your ass in a world of trouble. And I don't just mean a little bit, I mean 20 years in prison or maybe even killed. Like, drugs is not something to fuck around with in the
There's a
Philippines.
lot of people use drugs here. I watch your furniture in your house building. Since I'm building, I would watch to see how you guys did yours.
See, that's the thing that I really wanted to focus on in videoing because when I was in America planning to build a house here, there were certain things that I wanted to see that no one was videoing, like how exactly the rebar was bent in a column to connect columns together. Like, what do those connections look like? How many bars are you supposed to put? What are the bends like? Like, when a piece of rebar is not long enough, how do you connect them together with the S bend and all that? Those are the things that I really wanted to show, like the details of the different processes.
Is vape cancerous?
I'm not sure. I'm sure that nothing that you breathe into your lungs that isn't natural air can be good. Like I'm sure there's bad aspects to it, just like everything else. I mean, I'm sure there is. In my mind, I would think that breathing in like a liquid vapor is probably a little bit better than breathing in something that's on fire. I mean, I don't know that, but to me, just the simple fact of I don't have to stink when I do this, and I can do it inside my house. Because when I smoked cigarettes, I would always do it outside because I didn't want the inside of my house to smell bad. And even now, like when you can ask her, when she burns leaves outside and the wind blows the smoke inside, I get a little bit, I wouldn't say mad, but I get a little bit upset that the inside of the house now smells like leaf smoke. Like, I don't like it. Filipinos are used to having their houses like smell like smoke because they burn stuff all the time. They cook with fire, so they're used to that smell. But I do everything I can to keep the inside of my house smelling good. I buy sprays and fabric softeners and things like that. So just the simple fact that I can do this inside my house and it doesn't smell like smoke and doesn't make me smell like smoke is enough of an incentive to do this rather than smoke cigarettes.
That's
Not to mention this is way cheaper than smoking
the one that
cigarettes.
said if to think no drugs is that's response for the other says that that he thinks no drugs.
Oh, I won't
He
say that.
he respond that for the other.
I know for a fact that there are people here that do drugs. I'll leave it at that. I know. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I know for a fact there are people in the Philippines that do drugs.
Be a fan for a year and watch you build your house. Keep it going. Good luck when you go back to America. When you go back to the Philippines, let's catch. From
Like
where?
touch tips or
He's from. You're from. A girlfriend of my Pinay. Oh yeah, her husband in jail for dealing and do not know when he will be out.
yeah, if ever.
Yeah.
If ever is the key word.
Someone asked if I smoke.
No.
My God. I'm probably an expert with all the names of materials now. Thanks for sharing your experience with the world. About the building house.
Well, that was my point, was to try to show people the things that I wanted to know about, because I have a construction background. So certain things like tiling, okay, I didn't really show intricately how they tile here because I already understood the process. It is different, but I did understand how they did it. Or certain things, hollow blocks. Like I understand how to build a wall with hollow blocks. They do it a little bit different, a little bit sloppier here, but it's basically the same process. But building with concrete rebar reinforced columns is something that was almost completely foreign to me, so I wanted to see like the intricate parts of like how they bend the rebars and that kind of thing.
I think a good business is probably not to buy properties for foreigners. We all want to build houses, but we can't trust no one.
Yeah, but foreigners don't want to build houses here.
Yeah, probably.
That's the problem. Foreigners
Maybe
don't want to
Dipolog.
build houses here. Yeah, maybe Dipolog, but that's 2 hours away.
Mhm.
Remember when we were looking for property? Do you want somebody to call you and say, "Hey, can we come look at your property?" And then you have to travel 2 hours to go show it to them, and they say, "Okay, no thanks, bye."
Yeah.
Like you just traveled 4 hours for
And
nothing.
they are not the owner, really the owner. They are just the.
Yeah.
I totally understand your opinion. I am cancer patient, is why I was asking.
Yeah, I'm really not sure, honestly. I'm sure there are studies that point to yes. I'm sure there are other studies that point to no. What I can for sure say is I'm sure that anything you breathe into your body, including exhaust from cars, diesel fumes, if somebody's burning plastic, trash, whatever, I'm sure that's not good to breathe. Anything you breathe into your body that's not just naturally air, I'm sure is not good for your body.
Do you get along with her kid's father?
I've only ever seen him once. I've never spoke to him ever.
Yeah. You have construction background, so why not use your experience toward a job? It's a good money.
Well, I said earlier, I have currently an opportunity to restart my construction business like I had before in America. I don't know that I want to do it, but right now there's some people that want me to build a 2-room addition onto their house. And I mean, just by guesstimating, that's anywhere from $50,000 to $75,000 job right off the bat as soon as I land. But I mean, I'm not sure that I want to do that
Yeah, and
anymore.
also my cousin asked you to be their partner.
I'm not.
Here.
I'm not going to be a partner with Badon. I don't trust him anymore.
The family says his case keeps getting moved to the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, and it'll stay at the bottom of the pile as long as they want it to.
Yeah.
I guarantee if one of you go up there with about 100,000 pesos and slap down on the desk, that paper will get moved to the top top of the pile real quick.
Yeah, yes, never get arrested in Philippines. It can take years just to get to court.
Oh yeah, years just to see your court dates.
My tile guy was very slow. After watching how fast your guy did your floors, I get somebody to replace him.
Yeah, yeah. I told you guys what to expect when I watched him, and he wasn't the fastest tiler I've ever seen in my life, but he did stay after it, and he could lay down 20 tiles in a 6 hour period. I mean, 20, 30 tiles. That first night he did probably, what, 28 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first night he did like 28 tiles.
Insure insurance with for the motorbike. The insurance is just a third party. Motorbike, you mean?
I never paid extra for the insurance.
Yeah.
When I bought the motorbike, it automatically came insured. Like,
Insurance, but for the third party.
I don't have third party insurance. We never went anywhere and
I mean,
paid extra.
if ever you can get accident, then the other party can get.
I don't know. We never because
It's automatically.
it's automatically covered
Yeah.
for the first 3 years.
50. What was the number that they told me? 50,000.
Yeah, see, 50,000, you get the. I mean, anything is possible. I mean that's just you just got to be willing to pay. But the problem is, the way I see it, that person knew that dealing drugs in the Philippines is highly illegal, and it in no way leads to a little amount of trouble. It's always serious trouble in the Philippines. So that person decided to take the chance and made a conscious decision to go ahead and just break the law and deal the drugs. So in my opinion, he made his bed and he can lie in it. I wouldn't spend a single peso to get his little butt out of jail. And honestly, if he spends the rest of his life in jail, is that a fair sentence for drugs? I don't feel that that's a fair sentence. But he knew that was a possibility when he decided to do that in the Philippines. Now what?
Nothing.
What are you recording for?
Just when they update.
Now we can't see the chat.
We can. Look.
Yeah, now,
My
a minute
guy
later.
was really only doing 20 per day, and he charged me 900 a day, plus his helper was
No,
500.
no, with tile guys, you don't pay them per day.
Yeah.
You pay them pacquiao.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what it is we paid what, 60?
60. Yeah, if
60
it depends
pesos.
on the size.
Depends on the size of the tile. Our tiles are 60 by 60, and we paid 60 pesos per tile. However many guys that Jun wanted to hire to help him, he had to pay out of his 60 pesos per tile.
Mm-hmm.
Our cost to get the tiles installed was 60 pesos per tile. And so you can calculate right from the start, it's going to take 234 tiles to tile this floor times 60. That's how much he gets paid. Not a peso more.
Yeah.
If he has 4 helpers, then that means he's paying 4 guys out of his own money.
Yeah, I understand that you mean you get insurance from the dealer, so I guess you get the same thing you from dealer. Yeah, the insurance.
Yeah, and I even tried to purchase additional insurance. They had a little office in the Saga dealership in Dipolog, but when we went over there, they said that they did not offer any
That's for
additional
that, yeah.
insurance above what we already had, so they wouldn't even allow us to give them any more money. We just already had paid.
Yeah, we can get insurance for 1 year in Palawan, just 100 pesos.
Yeah, but we're already covered.
I have another guy that charged 80 pesos per tile, 60 by 60.
That's too much, but I mean, it depends on what area you live in. Maybe it's a more expensive area, but 80 is like 15 or 20%
He's-
more than what we paid.
I think he's from Cebu, so maybe.
Yeah, it might be. there's a lot of things that there's some things that you can pay per day, like general labor or whatever, because you can watch them and make sure that they're moving. They're mixing the appropriate like amount of batches of concrete in a work day, or they're putting up as the appropriate amount of hollow blocks that would be appropriate for a person to put up in a day. But there are some things that you don't pay per day, and tile is one of them. Tile is either per job or per piece.
Yes, that's what I was curious about, if you upgraded insurance or not. Thanks for the response.
Now, it wasn't possible. We tried to, but there was no additional insurance to purchase.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter anyway. I mean, I'm such an expert professional driver, it's not needed. We even hit a dog the other day.
Yeah, then
I
my
didn't
feet.
even swerve.
It hits my feet also.
The dog came and hit the side of our motorbike and hit her foot.
It's small dog,
Yeah.
like a puppy.
Yeah, that's its problem. It should have stayed off the road.
Yeah. He go back.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
That's why he. Mm. Do you think your
I
kids?
asked her why she would kick a dog while we're riding down the street on a motorbike, but I guess she was mad or something. I don't know.
Do you think your kids in the States will come to visit you there in the Philippines?
Not unless they can afford it on their own, because I'm not paying for them to come. That's one thing about me being a parent, and you can ask her, like it causes a little bit of strife sometimes. I'm very strict. I'm very strict, and I expect children to be very independent. Like, when Kalai like wakes up in the middle of the night crying, "Ma, ma, ma," she's almost 9 years old, and I feel like it's a little too old to still be crying like a baby at nighttime. Or when Ezra will like lay in her lap and like lay his head in her lap and she strokes his hair or whatever. He's almost 13 years old. That's that's too old. I feel like the children should be more independent. So anyway, long story short, with my American children, I have taught them from a young age to be independent. And so I don't buy them first cars. I don't pay for their college. When they're 18, they're on their own. And I've prepared them for that their whole lives. And so that's what it is. If they want to come to the Philippines, they better have a job good enough to pay for the trip to come to the Philippines. I'm not paying for it.
I've been looking at cars recently too, but I'm not sure how the insurance works. I didn't understand the salesperson.
The insurance on a car, you would buy it from a third party. And there are insurance agents like within the city, just like there is in America. And you pay for car insurance per year. So you would pay one amount per year, and it's not very much money. Like in America, car insurance is anywhere from $50 to $200 a month, depending on your age and driving history and all that. Here, it's a flat rate. It might be, 1,200 pesos for a whole year of car insurance. It's not a big deal here at all.
That's just my opinion about the kids.
Yeah, a lot of people nowadays have that opinion, but I was raised tough and I've raised my children to be tough. And I think it speaks a lot for, I don't know, a person's like independent spirit or whatever to be allowed to fail. I think a lot more children nowadays need to be allowed to fail. A lot of times the parents will swoop in and save them. I told my children for a long time, if I ever catch them with drugs, if I ever catch them with even marijuana in their sock drawer, I won't even tell them I found it. I'll call the police. I will call the police and I will tell the police to give my own children the full extent of the law penalty, the maximum penalty that they can receive for being in the possession of drugs or whatever. I absolutely will not put up with any of that. And I really believe that children need to learn that every choice they make has a direct response from the universe. I mean, there is a consequence for the things that we choose to do. And if you swoop in and save them too often, it can really damage that dynamic that they can have with their decision making abilities. I would put my 20-year-old son and 19-year-old daughter up against any other person's teenagers in the world as far as being independent and having a I don't need your help attitude, honestly.
That's the Western way, though. Independence is taught early on. Philippines is different.
Oh, I taught my children from day one. When my children were old enough to like eat spaghetti themselves without, chopping it up and feeding it to them and that, I'm saying like 2.5 years old. I would make them a plate of spaghetti, set it down on their little, they had a small like children's table. I would set the plate down and I would put a fork in the spaghetti and I would say, there you go, to a 2.5-year-old. And that 2.5-year-old would sit there and they would get spaghetti in their hair. They would get it all over their face and clothes. But guess what? They got it in their mouth too. And half the time they used their hand and half the time they used the fork. But they soon learned that if they used the fork, then they didn't have to get a bath after every meal and have spaghetti all over them. So by the time my children were 3 years old, they were feeding themselves with a fork and spoon and, potty trained by 3, definitely by 3, potty trained by 2 in 3 of the 4 cases.
If you want your child to be a winner, you have to let them do things on their own.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people don't understand. There's too much hand holding, too much, I'm not going to say too much hugging because I don't think you can hug your children too much, but I think there's a lot of hand holding going on, paying for their college and paying for their first cars and all that kind of stuff. My first car cost $300 and it took me 3 months of working to earn that amount of money. And it was an 84 IROC Z Camaro with rust holes in the floor big enough to fit soccer balls through. Okay, and the engine was totally shot. It didn't even run when I bought it. And my dad told me if I went to the junkyard and bought a motor that he would help me rebuild it and put it in the car. He didn't pay $1 out of his own pocket. He just helped me with the knowledge and the manual, labor part of actually doing the engine rebuild and swap. And we did that. And so I had an 84 Camaro, with a 350 small block and a 700 R4 transmission that had basically 0 miles on it for like $600 total. I mean, it was, I had to work for it, but nothing was given to me. And I babied that car. I changed the oil regularly. I greased all the joints. I mean, I did everything to take care of that car. If my dad had just bought that car and just paid everything, I would have taken it out on gravel roads and beat the ever-loving shit out of it, I guarantee it. It would have been blown up within 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
Well, does the kid's father help with money? No.
No. The kid's dad helps with money, but the father doesn't. Why would you do that? Live. They saw you beating me live.
Okay. Okay.
My God, backhand me.
You did that to yourself.
You don't say lies.
Oh, good.
You're crazy. I gotta sit like this so she doesn't hit me anymore.
You're the one here.
What?
Yeah. You did that to yourself.
I don't know why you gotta tell lies.
You're a liar. Bit of the mystic going and bit and
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone has different parenting ideas. I take that about my kids being independent. Sounds like you've been doing great at your parenting. My kids know dad is there no matter what.
My kids know that they can call me and I'll listen while they complain, but they also know that I won't do a single thing to solve their situation. If it involves like bailing them out with money. Now, if one of my children calls me and says, "Hey, Dad, I've got $50,000. Can you help me build a small house?" I'm there the next day with all of my tools ready to go. But I'm not going to go and pay for the nails. I mean, you know, that's just the way I roll.
Mm-hmm. It didn't appear. Why?
Huh?
The didn't appear there.
It doesn't. It only appears there.
Yeah.
She's just tapping the heart button over and over again.
Help, advice, support, no bailout.
Right, exactly right. But my children are so independent at this point that they don't ask my advice. Sometimes one of my sons will ask me about like what I think about a computer component, or like they have this graphics card but they want better, what should they upgrade to, and will it work with the current CPU that they have, stuff like that they'll ask me about. But not once have they asked me like, "Hey, I'm thinking about changing to this other job.
Your
What do you think?"
Your eldest
Huh?
son
What?
asked you.
Ask me
I
what?
don't know. He always told you before. I don't know.
Yeah, but he just tells me stuff that he's already done. He doesn't ask me what he should do in the future. I mean, he's changed jobs 3 or 4 times, but he doesn't ask me. I don't expect him to ask me either. It's his life. If he changes jobs and gets into a bad situation, well, that taught him a lesson not to do the thing that he just did to get himself in that bad situation. So in the future, he'll make a different decision.
Do you have grandchildren?
No, I don't have grandchildren. I'm 41. Not to say that a 41-year-old can't have grandchildren, but I don't.
Yeah, your son is just 20.
Yeah, he'll be 21 in November.
What you went to, my eldest is 18.
My oldest is 20. I have a 20-year-old, I have a 19-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, and an 11-year-old.
11, 12.
12,
12 is the same Israel.
12, yeah.
Are you two planning on having a child?
No,
Yeah.
no. She would if I wanted to, but I don't want to.
And maybe
Right.
for now, no.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
All Filipinas want a blue-eyed baby.
I don't know.
I don't want any more children. I've done my job. I've raised enough already. I'm raising 2 more. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that, obviously, but any more after that, let's not do that. When you have children the right way, children are expensive. I mean, there's a lot of people, not just here in the Philippines, but even in America. People just have children whenever they want to, whether they are financially stable or not, whether they own a home or not, whether they're mature enough mentally to have a child, doesn't matter a bit. They just have children whenever they want to. And that's true everywhere in the world, not just the Philippines, especially in the Philippines, but because if people waited to be financially stable to have children in the Philippines would cease to exist because there would be no children. Um, but that happens even in America. But I've always, I was pretty responsible in the fact that when I decided to have children, every one of my children were planned. None of them were an accident. My current wife and I both, on all 4 occasions, sat down, had a discussion, and decided to have a child. All 4 times. Now, when I decided to have those children, I looked at our financial situation, where we lived, that we owned a home, we owned our cars, everything was okay. Okay, now it's time to have a child. Not when it's like, oh shit, I don't know how we're going to pay the electric bill. That's not the time to have a child.
Financial stability is not a guarantee.
Well, it can be if you make it a priority. It absolutely can be. Even with a lower paying job in America right now, you can still live debt free and financially secure. You absolutely can. It's not difficult. People just want to be very comfortable. And people want bass boats and new trucks and all that kind of stuff. I've always paid cash for all of my vehicles. I've only ever bought one brand new vehicle from the dealership, and I'll never do it again. It happened to turn out that it was very smart of me to buy that brand new vehicle at the time because I bought it in 2018, 2017. 2017 or 2018, I bought a brand new vehicle from the dealership. Obviously, it lost value. I owned it for 3 years and made the payments for 3 years. Okay? Well, during COVID, the prices of vehicles skyrocketed for like a 6-month period. And so the dealership called me and asked to buy the car back. And so by the time they paid off the rest of the loan, I walked away with $5,000 in cash after they paid off the loan. So I basically, if you calculate the payments for 3 years, I was paying $420 a month. So so I basically drove the car completely for free for a year and a half by the time I sold it back to the dealership. So in that specific instance, I made out pretty good. But normally you do not make out very well at all with a brand new vehicle. I mean, the most I've ever paid for a vehicle was $7,500, and that was for my Audi. That was the most expensive vehicle I ever bought. My truck that I used for work, I paid $3,500 for it. And then a year later, I put $2,000 into it to rebuild the transmission and drove it some more. My other work truck was a 3/4 ton 99 2500 Silverado. I paid $2,000 cash for it, and the air conditioner worked, cruise control worked, it ran great.
Child or no child, the main thing is a healthy child, not a blue eye or white or black or brown. A healthy child is the main thing.
Yeah, a healthy child is the main thing, but you can't guarantee a healthy child. You can guarantee that you have a safe, financially stable household before you take a chance on having either a healthy or, health problematic child. Either way it goes. You have no way of guaranteeing either of those things, but you can guarantee that you're financially stable before you take that chance.
And then I have a healthy children thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Kalai is a little bit on the sickly side. She gets a lot of runny noses and coughs and stuff, but she weighs like 17 kilos. Her arms are this big around, and she's like 3 foot tall.
19, she's 19 now.
19 kilos? Woo! Look out, she getting fat. She's so tiny. She's like a skeleton.
Kitty is 20.
I try to pump as much food as I can into her. I let her
but
eat
she
it.
don't
I let
really.
her eat as many cookies as she wants, ice cream, whatever it is, bread. I don't give a shit what she eats. I try to pump it into her. I even got her like high calorie protein shake
Yeah.
stuff at one point, and I cannot get her to put weight on. It's just she's so tiny. And being that small, I think maybe her immune system is a little bit underpowered because she gets a lot of runny noses and coughs.
They said me. I mean, before when I was a child, I like kulay.
Skinny.
Yeah. Maybe that's a.
Did you get sick a lot?
I don't know.
Okay.
Most start small before gaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She's just very tiny. Her son is not tiny though. He makes up for it for both of them.
Give it time, Rolly Polly.
I tell Ezra all the time, you're going to end up like me if you don't slow down. I mean, he eats probably 7 times a day, and if I let him, he would eat 30 cookies in a row.
He always asks how many cookies did you eat?
Yeah, he always asks me. When we're making like our dinner plates, he always looks and sees how much is on my plate. He matches everything that I eat. So he eats as much as a 6 foot tall, 300 pound, 41-year-old man. Like, he matches everything I eat. And if we tell him to eat less than what I eat, he feels like it's unfair. Whew. Even though I've tried to explain to him my body calorie intake and the way my body burns calories is way different than a little 12-year-old boy or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Her son look like he is your son.
Kinda.
He calls you bro.
Yeah, he calls me bro. Kolai calls me dad.
Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I heard twice. I think he called you dad, but other than that, just bro.
Yeah.
Because you like that.
I mean, I call him bro also.
Yeah.
But normally when I call him bro, it's, hey bro, knock it off. Oh, that's one thing. Filipinos are terrible about this. If there's 4 Filipinos in a single room, like if 4 of us are sitting on the couch, guess how many phones are playing through the speaker at full volume? Every one of them are playing. One of them will be on YouTube, one of them will be on TikTok, one of them will be playing a game, and all the phone volumes are all the way up, blasting out of the speakers. And I'm sitting here trying to watch TV like I've had it with the phone volume. Get some headphones, for God's sakes. But it doesn't bother them. Like, they'll be sitting like right next to each other like this, and both people will have a phone playing at full volume, and that person playing on their phone is not annoyed by this other person's phone making noise. But it does me. I can't concentrate or focus if other noises are going crazy.
It's a ear thing. I remember my grandparents.
And they talk loud. They yell. They don't talk loud. They yell at each other. Sitting 4 feet apart. Good God, how many times have I told, not just the children, but I'll tell like her adult sisters and stuff, you guys are right in front of each other. You don't need to talk that loud. Like, you're right there.
That's what Filipinos do.
But you can hear each other fine.
Exactly. Good God. My grandmother weighed 27 yesterday.
27
they
kilos?
Go to hospital yesterday.
Good God.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say it in a bad way, but I mean, she's honestly on borrowed time. I mean, she's very old, very old. I mean, it's good that she's had such a long life, though. What you're doing?
Someone sent me, I don't know. Sent me a friend request. And do you have health care?
I don't go to the doctor,
You just,
so
I
it
think you
when
go to, yeah,
once, yeah,
when you feel
because I
that.
had a cough for 2.5 months that wouldn't go away,
But still,
and they still didn't give me the proper medication to make it go away. It just went away on its own
you need
eventually.
X-ray like that.
Yeah, no X-ray, no nothing.
You said you will go back to have an X-ray, but you didn't go
No,
back.
they wanted me to come back and get blood work and stuff done like
Ah.
3 weeks later.
You should have put a wall between living room and kitchen so you can't hear it.
What would that solve? Because anywhere where I am is where they are with the phones.
You did go for the head helper. Yes, you was sick before. You didn't want to die.
Didn't want to die. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm more annoyed if I'm sick for. I mean, I've had COVID 3 or 4 times and I didn't go to the doctor for that. I mean, I'm not afraid to die. That's not the issue. The issue is feeling uncomfortable while I'm alive. So, like, if I have a cough for a month, I can handle that. But if I have a cough for 2.5 months, it's annoying to me. Like, it annoys me. So I'm tired of it. I just want it gone.
3 to 4 times serious.
I've never. I mean, but the last time I really seriously went to the doctor in America was 2009 when I had my gallbladder removed. And I lived with the gallbladder attacks for 3 years before I got that done.
What? Oh, you have a
COVID.
problem. Yeah, COVID, and you have a problem coming.
Yeah, I don't know. In America, when I like between 20 and 2022, I had COVID 3 or 4 times. I mean, and never once did it even put me out of work. I kept going. I mean, it wasn't bad for me. I got a fever on one of them. It gave me a fever for like 3 days, but I just went to work anyway. And then one time I lost my sense of smell and taste. That one really sucked because I like food. But again, it didn't put me down. And then the other time, it was basically like a runny nose and a slight fever for like one day. And the only reason I know that I had COVID is because I stole COVID test strips from the nursing home. I mean, borrow. I borrowed them.
But no permission.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was throwing away boxes and boxes of COVID tests into the dumpster at the nursing home because the state government sent us automatic. We didn't ask for them. Just since we're a healthcare facility, they would send us every month a giant cardboard box filled with COVID tests. And we ended up with a whole room full of boxes of COVID tests after like a year. And so then we had to go in, and the COVID tests were expiring. Like we would take whole boxes of government supplied COVID tests and just throw them in the dumpster.
Mm. 3 hours that we're live.
Hmm?
It's been 3 hours.
My God. It's almost lunchtime.
Yeah. I feel like we're.
What we're going to have lunch.
What do you like? I mean.
Oh, you know what I like.
I watched your old videos when you was younger. You did a lot of things in the woods. Now you don't like labor.
Right, because my back hurts. I've been there, I've done that. I spent 20 years in high labor stress, like working, and I feel like I put in my time for that. Now it's time to move on into a better role. And I've been in either owner or managerial like positions ever since probably I was, I don't know, 38.
You're working on your video, not seen any uploads for a few days. Yeah, 3 days I think.
No, because we haven't really been doing anything. Just sitting in the house. Like we're not doing anything. I'm preparing to leave. Like there's nothing left to do. Like there's no every bit of money that I currently have, I need to save that money as startup money when I get back in America to eat and for gas and all that kind of stuff until I get paid for the first time again. So we really, I mean, other than going to Sindongan, what, yesterday or the day before,
yesterday.
to get groceries, I mean, we went straight there, got groceries, straight back home. It took us 2 hours round trip. That's, I mean, other than that, we just have been staying in the house and doing nothing. So it wouldn't make for a very good video, for sure.
You're only 40, that's young thing.
Well, I'm 41, and I'll be 42 in August, but yeah, that is young. But I have the capabilities of staying out of the high labor intensive positions at this point. You know, I don't know if you want to call it like whatever's on my resume, my experience, you know, whatever you want to call it. I've worked my way up to be in a position where I don't have to be the guy carrying the bags of concrete anymore. I can get the job that requires the concrete, and then I can pay the guy to carry the concrete, and I don't have to do it myself. I mean, that's the way it goes.
Will you video when you leave Manila?
I mean, I'll video like with my phone. I'll have the GoPro with me, so I'll probably do some videoing or whatever. It's just that I don't know when I'm going to be able to like edit and upload that footage or whatever, because I don't have a computer there when I first get there. I'll probably use my phone for a lot of it, and I'll probably upload some videos with my phone, but they're going to be like really like almost unedited, just raw videos. It's not going to be like any kind of production value, I'm sure.
When you're leaving?
We're leaving here to go to Dipolog on the 16th, stay the night in Dipolog, and the flight leaves on the 17th. So I have 1 week. This is my last week in the Philippines for now.
We will miss you.
I know, I'm so good. My God.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about that. They can't see down that low.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to stop this and eat lunch?
Yeah, it's been 3 hours.
Only 3 hours? My God.
We saw you, Tim.
No, you didn't.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh my God. Yeah, I watched it all. He said, yeah, I watched it all.
All right, we're probably going to go ahead and end this so we can have lunch.
About 10 drinks. Cheers, about 10 drinks.
Well, that's 9.5 too many. All right, well, we're going to eat lunch, like I said. Everybody kind of take it easy.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Take that.